Hello all, welcome to this new lesson. In the previous lesson, you learned how to write a simple C program to find the simple interest. And you did that using a method called as logic tracing method, isn't it? And in this lesson, we are going to learn a new concept called as control structures in C language. Okay, so let's get started. So what do you mean by control structures? Control structures specifies the flow of execution of statements in a C program. It means the control structure will specify the order in which the statements of your C program must get executed. Okay, so control structure will also decide as to what statements has to be executed and what statement must not be executed, or how long a set of statements must be executed, and so on and so forth, right? So therefore, control structures will specify the flow of execution of statements in your C program, correct? Now, having said that, in C language, there are three kinds of control structures. Okay, so they are sequential control structure, conditional control structures, and iterative control structures. Okay, so please keep this in mind that conditional control structures are also called as selection based control structure or decision based control structures. Okay, and iterative control structures are also called as repetition based control structure and looping based control structures. Okay, so having said that, let us go and learn each of these one by one, right? Now, so what is sequential control structures? So under sequential control structures, the statements of your program will get executed in the order it has been mentioned in your program, or under sequential control structure, the statements of your program will get executed in the order it has been arranged in your C program. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, first statement 1 will get executed, and after that statement 2 will get executed, and then the statement 3 will get executed. So as you can notice over here, these statements are being executed sequentially, right, one after the other. Okay, so such kind of control structures are called as sequential control structures. And all the programs that we have written in this video series till now, okay, all come under sequential control structures. Okay, now what do you mean by conditional control structures, right? So under conditional control structures, certain statements will get executed when a specific condition becomes true, and certain other set of statements will get executed when a specific condition becomes false. It means what statements has to be executed depends on a specific condition, right? So if a condition becomes true, then a certain set of statements will get selected, and those statements will get executed. And if a specific condition becomes false, then some other set of statements will be selected, and they will get executed. And that is why conditional control structures are also called as selective or selection based control structures. Okay, and the examples of conditional control structures, okay, include if else statement, else if ladder, and switch statements. Okay, so we can program conditional control structures using these constructs. Okay, so again, let me repeat. So if you want to implement conditional control structures in your C program, then you will have to make use of the statements like if statement, if else statement, else if statement, that is else if ladder, or switch statements. Okay, now what do you mean by looping based, okay, or iterative based control structures, right? So when a certain set of statements keep getting executed again and again and again until a specific condition becomes false, okay, then such kind of control structures are called as loop based control structure or iterative control structures. Okay, so as you can see over here, when the condition is true, the statements will get executed. Again, it goes back, checks the condition. If it is true, again, the same set of statements will get executed. And again, it goes back and checks the condition. If the condition is true, it again executes the statements. Okay, so this keeps happening until a certain point of time where this condition becomes false. Once the condition becomes false, then the set of statements will no more be executed. Rather, it goes to the other part, or sometimes it gets terminated also. Okay, so those statements which gets repetitively which gets repetitively executed again and again until a certain condition becomes false. Okay, so such kind of control structures are called as loop based control structure or iterative control structures. And to implement looping based control structures, we will have to make use of the constructs called as for, while, and do while in C language. Okay, so these are the three control structures that are supported by C language. And That's it for this lesson. So in the upcoming lesson, I would be giving you examples for conditional control structures. Okay, so sequential control structures, anyways, we have seen in the previous lessons. Okay, so all programs that we have done till this chapter come under sequential control structures. And so in the next lesson, I'll be discussing examples for if else, else if ladder and switch statements. Okay, and after that, after that lesson, we'll move on to the looping based control structure with the examples of for, while, and do while. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this lesson. Hope you learned something new in this lesson. And if you like this lesson, then don't forget to like the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of my updates about this, programming series. Having said that, meet you in the next lesson. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Love you all so much.